Hello again. I wanted to do one of these, at least one of these this week. This is from downtown, and yeah, the only reason I'm posting this one is because Bar was in it, and Bar really wanted to see this get posted. He dared me to post it. Of course, I'll post anything really, so I can do that for him. It's worth it just to get Bar in here playing once in a while. There's only about 8 people in this one, and I should probably, there's several others I'd love to post also, but I'm going to go ahead and do this one at least so I can get it out of here. And if I get some time, maybe, I probably would have posted at least one other already this week, but I've been messing around. I actually got around to installing Unreal Tournament 3 on Windows 10, and it runs really good. And then I turned around and I downloaded and installed the new Unreal, the Unreal Tournament 4. And then I spent, well, I only get to play around with the computer for like an hour or so a day when I get home before I can go to bed. But I spent the last 3 days of that trying to get my keyboard bind to work in Unreal Tournament 4. It's the keyboard bind that I must have. It's the one that lets me switch weapons the way I want to. Basically, I want to bind to the mouse wheels, and when I scroll the mouse wheel forward, I want to switch to whatever weapon I think is the best weapon that I have that's best for long range. And if I pull the wheel back, I want to get my best weapon for short range. So yeah, basically I had a couple of keybinds set up there, and they sort all the weapons out in terms of how good they are for short range or long range, and then I had a couple of pipe keybinds, and you know, they would do the job, and it works on Unreal Tournament real just fine. But on Unreal Tournament 4, they've been messing around with the way the config files work and all that, and it's become much more difficult to do there. I had it working on an earlier version of Unreal Tournament 4, but I haven't played it in a while, and I came back to it, and unfortunately I erased all my old INI files when I wiped out Windows 8 the other day. So I kind of had to put it all together from scratch, and so far I've been unable to come up with a keybind in Unreal Tournament 4 that will do this. I can't get any piped. I can't really get any piped keybinds to work at all. I mean, I know you have to use the debug exec bindings, and you have to make sure you got the little modifiers set correctly. Command and Alt and Control all have to be turned off, and ignore command, ignore Control, ignore Shift, and all that good stuff. I got all that set up, but it just acts like it's not even there. Oh, and you also have to, apparently they've also done something now where it completely ignores anything I type into the INI file, unless first I start the game and tell it to reset my entire profile. And when I do that, at that point it will check out the INI file and all the changes I've made, and it will read all those into the cloud somewhere, and those will become the INI configurations that it will use until the next time that I reset the entire profile, which is really a pain in the ass. But that's the way they want to do it, apparently. Well, that's the way they're doing it up to this point. They might change that later. Anyway, none of this is really helping because, yeah, the pipe commands. I can get it to take all kinds of keybinds, but I can't make it do piped commands. It won't do it. This won't do it. I'm not sure if they've gotten rid of those for some reason, or if they're just temporarily disabled, or what's going on. But eventually, after fooling around for 3 days and getting nowhere with this, I just ended up making a macro on my mouse using the Logitech software, and it does exactly the same thing, and I don't have to do any keybinds at all. And I'm amazed that I've been doing well. I think I'd still rather use the macros. I still rather use the keybinds. You know, I don't know. I'm not for sure. You know, I'm leery of putting all this heavy computational work onto the mouse. I mean, a mouse, it's not a supercomputer, you know, and having it search through having it perform 5 or 6 weapon switches within a millisecond. I know it's putting a lot of strain on my mouse, and I'm afraid that it's going to hurt me in some way. I have no idea what I'm talking about. But yeah, I'd rather. I like to. I want to do things exactly the way I've always done them, and I'm leery of change. That's what it comes down to. But I'll probably end up using the mouse. The only thing I don't like about the mouse is that I'm not sure I can. Screw this up. I should have got all three of these guys. No, the only thing I really don't like about using the mouse. Oh God. Always a little bit too slow to save the tank. The only thing I really don't like about using the mouse is that I'm not sure that I can put that macro and bind it onto the mouse wheel. I have to use a couple of buttons on the side of the mouse that I wasn't using instead, which is going to be awkward. I'm not used to that. You know, I really like the feel of flipping the wheel forward to get my best weapon and flipping it back to get the other weapon. It gives me a nice secure feeling. I'm not going to be able to do that if I have to search around with my thumb for these tiny little buttons instead. I'll have to get used to that. But that's something I suppose I can get used to, but I don't want to. Well, yeah, that's how I spent the last 3 or 4 days, was arriving at this conclusion, which is pretty bad. Yeah, okay, we're about to lose our prime here, aren't we? That's not good. Okay. I'll have to get off of here and make another stab and check out the Logitech software and see if I can actually bind that macro to the mouse wheel, which would be awesome. That would be great. That would be perfect, but I don't think it's going to happen. Actually, I could check that out right now while I'm talking here, actually, because this is being done on a different computer anyway, so let me take a look at that while I'm speaking. No, I should be watching the video while I'm speaking. That's yeah. It's one, you know, multitasking doesn't work. That's what I learned. You go on these management courses where they teach you how to do all kinds of efficiency things that relate to your job in no way whatsoever. And one of the many things they'll teach you there is that multitasking doesn't work. No, not at all. And I believe that because it gives me a headache for sure. Okay.
Defend the center node.
Oh yeah, we finally got the center back together. I can never quite. Oh God, this guy turned up at the wrong point, didn't he? That was Bar. Okay. Oh, a guy tried to kill me with his manta. It's kind of a power trip or kind of a show-off kill, you know, where you kind of aim your manta in their general direction and then eject a few seconds before and kill them with your empty manta, you know. We just lost our prime again. Well, it looks like we might. Yeah, we got it back. We're good.
Grab your orb.
Yep. And that's pretty much how I'm wasting my life away. I'm not reading anything at all once in a while. Well, yeah, I've been listening to the audiobook of The Lord of the Rings for the last week or two. I like to do that at least once a year. I'd really like to do a series of videos with excerpts from this audiobook version of The Lord of the Rings, which I think is from 1990. It's a British one with a proper British narrator whose name I forget, but it's really awesome. And I'd love to do a series of videos with doing scenes from the actual book that I think Peter Jackson completely fucked up, because I hate Peter Jackson's movies. Well, they're not bad in some ways, but they're also pretty fucking awful in many ways. And there's some scenes in particular that I think are completely screwed up, and I would love to do a series of videos and just play those scenes, you know, like the voice of Saruman and the scene where what's her name kills the Witch King. There are several scenes like that I would love to post just to illustrate the fact that Peter Jackson was a complete asshole, because I don't think that gets pointed out enough times. Although, you know, he did really good with the art direction, I'll give him that. You know, except for Gandalf's hat. I really hated Gandalf's hat. It looked like a fucking piece of styrofoam to me. Couldn't get over that. Ah, well. It's all water under the bridge now. The worst thing I guess I could say about those movies is that there is no chance that any movie will ever get made out of that book for at least 100 years.
Grab the shape charge.
Which is probably just as well. because there's been at least 2 or 3 versions of it on film, and they've all sucked. Oh well, what can I say? There's lots of other books out there to destroy. I'm sure they'll get to them all eventually.
Grab the sheep charge.
Okay, we're gonna try to get out there. That's fun times in the area. I'm gonna kill them all almost immediately, and no chance to recover the orb. So I'll pull back and try to hold down the prime. There's a noob there, and I'm not gonna let him get the orb because God knows what he'd do with it. And there he goes. He's gonna go heading off. There's fun times with the Manta. We're gonna get. Oh, this is just a. Yeah, this is the way you cap the center. Almost never get to pull that off. The blue orb's right there, though. He's gonna take it right back. Okay.
Grab your orb.
Match is about halfway over. No score whatsoever. Blue just took the center back. There's a blue right there. We'll squish him. That's Chronos.
Attack the center node.
Alright. And I'll just back up here because I don't want a scorpion coming out right about now. I like that one right there. Oh, we took down the center anyway. Ditch that before the scorpion can get me. Blue recovered the center. They picked up the orb from somewhere. Okay, well, let's pick up the orb and see if we can get it out there. There's fun times. This time he's got a scorpion, which is not as great. I'll probably get knocked off the board. Yeah, there was a... Yeah. Chronos and the Hellbender on the right. Should have got off the board sooner than that. You don't get a lot of time to make these decisions. That's the major thing about it. Okay. Well, if I decide to quit screwing around with the Unreal Tournament 4, I might actually play it at some point. I haven't even played it. I've got it installed. It looks really good. I need to make some video. I need to make a video out of it or something because it looks really good. They've been. You can see where they've been working on it for sure. Frankly, I think it's better than a lot of the alpha games that you can get for free on Steam. You know. They probably ought to put it on Steam, but I guess if they did that, Steam would probably have all kinds of crazy legal obligations they put on them. You know, they'd probably want to charge them money in some shape or form. I'm sure Steam doesn't post. I don't know how Steam does business. I don't know how anybody makes money. It's all voodoo to me. How the hell does Amazon make money? I always heard they were losing money for years, and then the other day something about they made a profit. I don't know. I'm not paying any attention. It always bugged me that Charter Cable was constantly losing money. I was like, shit! You're a cable company. You've got like a monopoly on the cable business for an entire area. You know, how the hell do you do that and lose money? I mean, come on. Well, they manage it somehow. Yeah, we're not going to get this. We'll be lucky if we don't lose our prime while I'm screwing around out here. Our orb is in motion, but he's over there at the prime, which is probably as good a place as any for him, because I'm probably about to die anyway. I'm pretty sure that Bender's about to take me out. I'm trying to lock rockets on him, not quite managing it. Yeah, that'll do it.
Grab the sheep charge.
Oh, we've got a tank in here. That'll keep us alive for a little while. Orb is headed off towards the center, which is probably what I ought to be doing to help him out, but instead I'm screwing around here. Got this character. He was probably trying to lay a bomb on the... Well, I don't see a bomb out here anywhere, so maybe he wasn't. There's all kinds of fire on the prime. Our orb is headed for the center. I'm a little late to get out there to help him. I notice this when I'm playing, when I'm replaying these things. I notice all the stupid shit that I missed completely. Like I should have been out here helping out the orb earlier, but I did get out here eventually. But I'm sure many of these plays fail completely because I'm not there on the scene. Oh, I hope that didn't screw me up. There's a little bit of a glitch in the video there. Okay.
Grab the sheep charge.
All right. Oh, we didn't quite lose the center there. Looks like something went off. Oh yeah, No Man's Sky has a release date now. Of course, nobody needs me to tell them that. It's been all over the news. Nothing happens with No Man's Sky that isn't on the news. Even when nothing happens with that video games, it's on the damn news. It's, oh god. Yeah, next June.
5 minutes.
Next fucking June. I could be dead by then. I don't know what's the matter with these people. I've been supporting them. I've been supporting them with hype for the last 6 months. Not any money, but you know. I've been saying nice things about them, and they reward me in this way. They, you know, we're not going to let you play our game until fucking June. This game's never going to be released. I'm pretty sure of it. It's all just a stupid rumor. And of course, the other awful thing they're saying about it is that yes, it's going to be like Spore. It's going to be a huge disappointment, which is entirely possible.
Grab the sheep charge.
If I ever get done twiddling around with the settings in Unreal 10 and actually get to play some video games on it, I definitely need to get the Angels Fall first game, and oh, I don't know what else. I'm sure there's at least one other space game I could be playing.
Attack the enemy prime node.
None like this, of course. Oh, we've actually got a chance to take out the enemy prime. I don't know how likely that is to happen. I've been thinking about it, and I've decided that when I keep talking about how great this game feels, you know, it's so smooth, everything feels so natural. Okay, we got a chance to take the enemy prime here. I don't know. Nah, I didn't get it that time. I've decided that what that comes down to is it's nothing more. You know, it can't be complicated. There's not that much going on with the controls, really. It is that any other game doesn't do. But really, what it comes down to is it's the dodge options, basically. You know, and mostly that, and the hoverboard, and the fact that they don't get, you know, it's not hugely complicated, but the options that they give you are well thought out. You know. You don't have a huge number of weapons, but every weapon has has a couple of different firing modes. That counts for a lot. The weapons have a wide range of capabilities. It's not just 4 or 5 different kinds of shotguns or deer rifles. You know, the weapons are very different. So you know,
attack the enemy node.
When you're moving, you can walk, you can run, you can swap, but you can also dodge left, dodge right, dodge forward, dodge back.
Defend the center node.
That counts for a lot. In this game, you've got the hoverboard, so that's another option. You can do the towing with this hoverboard, which that's an option. You know, these are simple options, but they kind of fit together in a way. You get into the middle of a melee there, and you've got and with these 3 or 4 or 5 different little options that all together, like, it gives you a lot of different ways to go. You know, so there's generally, no matter what happens, you get out here, and there's always something you can do. You know, that the other guy isn't gonna see coming. You know, just from all the combinations of moves you've got available to you, and because they're inherently simple, and they don't require a million buttons to master them all. You've got a simple interface that nonetheless gives you a pretty good variety of options to mess with. That's really what it comes down to. You know, you don't get that in a lot of games. You know, most of these games, you know, it's basically they let you walk, they let you run, they let you squat. That's about it. You know. It's like pushing a little puppet around. That's about it.
1 minute remains.
Well, again, this is all subjective stuff. It's just the impression I get. You know, I'd probably feel completely different if I spent my entire life playing one of these other games. You know, like the World War II games where you're running around shooting Germans with your deer rifle or whatever it is. It's just the art. It's mainly the art and decor I don't like about games like that. Yeah, okay, I'm really wanting to take... I hate this damn bomb. You can't do anything else while you're holding it. And if your objective isn't ready at the time that you've got it, all you can do is stand around holding this bomb. You can't even drop it. If you drop it, it's going to be
10,
armed and it's going to go
9,
off. The only way to drop
8,
it is to die.
7, 6, 5.
Which
4,
actually, that is an option.
3,
I could
2,
just suicide. That would
1.
work. But then you've only got a
Overtime.
certain amount of time to come back and pick the damn thing up, or else it's going to time out and disappear. But yeah, that would be an option though. And I'm not going to get. Well, I had to drop it early. I might kill that guy if he doesn't notice on the ground. Okay, we took it out.
Double kill.
But it's too late. We
Attack
lost
the
the center.
center node.
Okay. Yeah, I hate that bomb. I almost never. Yeah, if you have to pick up the bomb and get to your objective right away. Otherwise, you're not going anywhere with it.
The enemy prime node.
You'll just die with it. Probably give it to the enemy because you're going to be too slow to dump it. This Manta really wants to kill me. I don't think he's going to manage. Well, he might. I don't know.
Defend the center
He can't
node.
quite get to me behind these things. Oh, gosh. Yeah, he finally wised up and got out of that, man. I'm holding the orb, too.
Attack the
Oh,
tank
God,
node.
that was terrible. I had no business screwing around like that. I should have I should have got back to I guess I was trying to.
Grab new orb.
We'll probably no. We got the center back though.
Defend
Miraculously.
the center node.
I have the orb.
Let me get out there and try to hold it down with the orb before we lose it again. I'll just cap here. Yeah. Down to 20 points, so I have no business picking up the orb again. I guess I can get into this vehicle, but
Killer manslaughter.
yeah, a lot of damage on this vehicle, but oh god. Not going to do any good because they're going to take the center back again. Yeah, and yeah, there's just too much damage on that vehicle. I wasn't going to be able to hold on to it. Looks like we probably definitely lost the prime now. The center now. Yeah, that's a tank standing off across the way, just nailing anything that tries to get into that doorway. They'll probably nail me if I try to leave. Yeah, they're coming in here. Who's this guy? I have no idea.
Attack the center
Mana took him out. We're gonna go for the Manta. I doubt I'll get this. Who is that? Is that Fun Times? No good whatsoever. Not with that orb standing over there. I'm gonna kind of sneak around the side. If they can get the orb out, I might have a chance. Well, yeah, didn't quite make it. That's the Goliath
Attack the
again.
center node.
He must have moved forward and he's covering the center now. It wasn't a bad attempt. We almost got
Grab
it.
the shape charge.
Let's pick up that bomb again. But in the meantime, we've lost our prime, which is always the danger. And
Defend
here I am
the
holding
prime
this
node.
stupid bomb, which is good for nothing. Well, if I can get away from this guy, I might have a chance to go after the center with it. But I really, yeah, I had to drop that bomb. You can't hold on to it like that because all you can do, you can't shoot back at the guy.
Attack the tank
The only way to
node.
defend yourself is to drop the stupid thing and let it blow up. Hate that bomb. It's important though. You got to pick up that bomb once in a while. We're about to lose our prime again. Oh, we're well into overtime now.
Enemy orb carrier down.
Yeah, just barely behind too. We could possibly win this, but
I have the orb.
yeah, probably ought to just go straight out the center because just trying to hang on to the prime right now is not going to help us all that
Shape
much.
charge.
Of course, the other side of that is that once we lose our prime, we're really going to lose pretty quick,
Grab the
which is
redeemer.
what's about to happen, I think.
Grab
Let's see if we can get
new
it back. Yeah, we're getting pretty seriously behind now. It probably won't be long now because we're probably going to start getting damage on the core here shortly. Managed to take the vendor out and take the guide out with the prime. Maybe we can shoot down the prime again. Doubtful. Yeah, we're gonna start taking damage on the core now. Oh, that's gonna do it right there for sure.
is secure.
Yeah,
Attack
very
the
nearly.
tank node.
And there's still a couple blues on their feet. Yeah, we're seconds away from ending this, I think. Definitely. Well, I like to play through. I like to keep playing even though the situation is hopeless, because you never know. If we can get this... No, not with 1 point like that. That's hopeless.
Red
Yeah, that's
orb
going to do it.
destroyed. Blue team
Okay,
wins
so
the
there you go.
match.
Yeah, not a bad match. I mean, we did pretty well considering, well... yeah, I guess I could look at that lineup again. But it was a nice try. I'll give them that. Have a good evening.